So here's a sample homeschool day. And this is what our day looks like working from home and homeschooling. And I split it up between what the kids do and what I do. So for mom, I wake up at 5 a.m. So I am up before the kids. And, this wake up time is a little bit flexible. I may hit the snooze once or twice. I never go beyond twice, but, we do have a little grace in there. I will get up and work on my blog. I have a to-do list of what to get done in this time period. After I do that, I start on client work, and I usually do this for an hour and a half. Then the kids get up, and mom does her workout routine and gets ready for the day. Mom gets breakfast and then continues with client work. For the kids, they wake up at 8 a.m., make beds, eat breakfast, brush teeth, start schoolwork, all that, the typical morning stuff that you're going to do all the time. And everyone starts independently from the first grader, well, now second grader, to the 12th grader who's now graduated in college. They all know what to do and are expected to self start. So the first grader, now second grader, but he hasn't really started second grade yet. So first grader, when he was in first grade, it does get some help from his big sister. And the kids can do their schoolwork in whatever order they want. They have a list of what needs to get done each day. So expectations are very clear for schoolwork. And they do schoolwork until it is finished in the afternoon. Now, that doesn't mean if they want to take a break, they can take breaks. That's like one of those things that I put on them to make it their responsibility. But they don't do anything else. Nothing else gets done until the schoolwork gets done. For the afternoon, the kids get lunch, and that is at 12. And I'm very specific about it being 12 because I will have 6 people asking me if they can get lunch. So this is just one of the ways that I can say if they do ask me, I can tell them to go look at the clock. Is it time? No, it's not time. Then why are you asking me? Um, yeah, it's just one of those things. We get hit with so many questions like throughout the day that if I can just take one off my list, it's like an incredible thing. So the kids get lunch. I usually will grab something, and then I continue working with clients. The little one goes down for nap time, and kids get electronic time. So at the moment, they get 2 hours, but my husband and I are talking about actually scaling that back. Um, they can watch YouTube because this is part of their electronic time, but they can only watch it on Wednesdays. Um, After that, it'll be play outside, read books, run errands, and I usually wrap up client work around 3 p.m. And then I work on my blog or creating journals. And then when I'm done with that, I'll usually take a break. And depending on the day, kids or mom get dinner started. So 2 of my kids have 2 days that they cook during the week. And it's totally up to them. And if they need food, like, for their day, they talk to my husband about going to the store and getting it, not me. So, it's just one of those things, like, again, it's really the little things that kinda help to lighten the load. And I can't hang a clothes sign on my door or because I don't have a door where my office and schoolroom is, so I will shut my computer down. And for me, mentally, once my computer is shut down, I'm not turning it back on. There's just something about it that it is my close sign for the day. So in the evening, we eat dinner as a family. And even though my oldest two do work, whenever who's ever here, we all sit down and we eat together as a family. And this is something we have done since the kids were young, and it really is the time for us to connect as a family. So I would encourage you, if you aren't eating dinner together as a family, you should really start. Or maybe you eat breakfast together as a family, but I know depending on what dad does, he's not always there. And so this is the one meal where my husband is home because we have dinner after he gets off work, and usually everyone is home, and so we can sit down and talk about our day, do family devotions. Um, if we need to have a family meeting, we can do that at that point, and it's not rushed either. And I think that's a really important too, is we can sit there and we can take as long as it takes to have that family time because the only thing that we're going to do next is go to bed. So then that leads, so after dinner, we start the bedtime routine because we have this beautiful, vast age group. And so we have like 3 or 4 different bedtimes. They're kind of they're stair-stepped according to age. So we do start the bedtime routine for the little ones pretty much right after dinner. My husband and I will read and relax until lights out, and so will the other kids. The older kids obviously get to stay up later, and you will often find them all spread out on the couch because we have a nice big couch. So they'll be all flaked out on the couch reading a book. And it's one of those things where my husband just marvels. He's like, I don't know how you turned them all into readers, but you did. And I'm like, honestly, I don't know how I did either, but I'm so glad to see that my love of books has been passed on to them. Mom, it is possible to find balance and embrace flexibility in your homeschool day. So, balancing work and homeschooling is a continuous learning process and a flexible one. So, just when you think you found the perfect routine, something changes it because seasons change. Plan your homeschool day around the season you are in. So, if you want more personalized help delivered right to your inbox, so it's more um, in depth, more heart to hearts, then grab your copy of the Rebel Moms checklist and join the newsletter and be a part of this movement. Thanks for listening. Be sure to check out lifeunboxed.blog and download your Rebel Mom checklist. Remember, you can work from home and homeschool confidently, and I will see you next time.